Your voicemail stayed unopened for weeks. Every time I saw the notification, I convinced myself I'd listen tomorrow because I wasn't ready to hear your voice. One evening, curiosity finally became stronger than fear. I pressed play expecting an ordinary message. Instead, I heard something that completely changed the way I remembered our relationship. Within the first few seconds, I realized you had been trying to tell me something important and I'd ignored it far longer than I ever should have. You didn't sound angry. You didn't sound disappointed either. Your voice was calm, gentle, and strangely peaceful. That scared me more than shouting ever could. You thanked me for the beautiful memories we had shared, and said you hoped one day I would understand the things you could never fully explain while we were together. Those words immediately made my heart feel heavier than it had in months. Then came the sentence that completely stopped me. You said you weren't leaving because you had stopped loving me. You were leaving because you could no longer recognize yourself while waiting for me to become the person I kept promising to be. I paused the voicemail and sat in silence. For the first time, I understood that your goodbye wasn't about losing feelings. It was about losing hope. You admitted there had been countless moments when you wanted to call me back and pretend everything was normal again. But every time you reached for your phone, you remembered how lonely you had felt even while we were together. Hearing that broke something inside me because I had never realized my presence could still leave you feeling completely alone. There wasn't a single accusation in your message. You didn't list my mistakes or remind me of every broken promise. Instead, you spoke with kindness I didn't deserve. You said you hoped life would eventually teach me the lessons that love couldn't. That sentence has stayed with me ever since because I now understand exactly what you meant. As the voicemail continued, you shared something I had never noticed before. You said you had stopped asking for reassurance because every unanswered need slowly convinced you that asking again would only hurt more. I thought your silence meant everything was improving. In reality, your silence meant your heart had simply become too tired to keep hoping. When the message ended, I didn't move for a long time. I replayed every word again and again, hoping I had misunderstood something. But every time I listened, the truth became clearer. You had been saying goodbye emotionally long before you ever walked away physically. I just refused to hear it because believing everything was okay felt easier than facing reality. Now I understand why your final hug felt different. You already knew something I didn't. You had accepted that love alone couldn't save a relationship where only one person kept trying to hold everything together. That realization changed every memory I have of us because I finally understood the quiet sadness behind your last smile. If I had listened sooner, not just to the voicemail, but to your heart while you were still beside me, our story might have ended differently. You never expected perfection. You only wanted effort that didn't need to be requested every single time. I wish I had understood that before your hope disappeared forever. Sometimes I still play that voicemail, not because I enjoy the pain, but because it reminds me of the man I never want to become again. It reminds me that love isn't lost in dramatic moments. It's usually lost in ordinary days where someone quietly feels forgotten while pretending everything is still okay. If these words ever find you, I hope you know your message finally reached my heart. It just arrived much later than it should have. I'm sorry it took your absence to teach me how deeply you loved me. You deserved someone who understood your silence without needing a voicemail to explain it. That voicemail became more than a recording. It became the mirror that showed me every opportunity I wasted while believing tomorrow would always exist. I finally learned that the people we love don't leave because of one terrible day. They leave after countless ordinary days where they stop feeling seen, heard, and chosen. So this is my confession. I thought your last voicemail would give me closure. Instead, it gave me clarity. Every word reminded me that you had already fought for us long before I ever realized we were falling apart. By the time I finally pressed play, your heart had already found the peace I should have helped protect.